Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I feel like it's really hard to talk with this because it's really tight on my face. But, yeah, this is my very first Halloween look that I've done. Well, that I've filmed. I have done this look before. I tried it yesterday, and as soon as I got to the end, as soon as I got to the blood part, my family was like, let's go to dinner. And I was like, are you kidding me? Do you know how long this takes? So I had to redo it. I've also done a few other ones that I want to film and get up before Halloween, so we'll see if that happens. And yeah, I'm really excited that this actually kind of came out all right. I was really, really worried, and I was definitely inspired by a whole bunch of people. There's way too many put pictures. This look has obviously been done before, the big bad wolf, scratches Little Red Riding Hood, and that's the whole story. You guys get it, obviously. So yeah, if you guys want to learn how to get these scratches on your face or gashes or whatever, then just keep watching. Okay, we're starting off. First things first, I'm not showing the eyeshadow that I have on because it was a really simple look just using the Kylie Jenner palette. So we'll just ignore all that. And then we're going to start putting on the liquid latex with a sponge. Just any regular triangle sponge you can get at the dollar store. And I'm going to do a layer of liquid latex. Then I'm going to do a thin strip of toilet paper. That's all you need is toilet paper, and you just keep cutting it into thin strips. I actually rip it. I don't cut it, so that way it has more of a rigidy, uneven feel. And then I keep doing that, and I'm gonna do 4 layers of that. I do liquid latex, then tissue paper, liquid latex, and tissue paper 4 times. It really depends on how thick you really want the scars to look, how deep you want the scars to look. That's preference. That's up to you guys. The important thing is to make sure you're always getting the edges when you're doing this. It is really important because if you do not get the glue on all of the edges, when you start to cut the tissue paper later on, it'll start lifting up. You'll actually see my problem with where one part did lift up, and you'll see why I tell you to make sure that everything is glued in between each little gluing session, whatever you should call it. And yeah, just make sure you glue, and then, mess up, you can just move the glue over. Try to keep the glue only on the tissue paper and not so much on the rest of your skin, even though it kind of does give your skin a little bit more texture when you start putting the makeup on, but I think you should just keep it. And then after 20 minutes, wait 20 minutes because it really has to dry. I'm going to set this with translucent powder. If it's not dry, it's going to ruin your brush and it's just going to be completely messed up. Then I'm just going to do my regular makeup like I usually do. I'm not going to talk through that because it's just normal stuff. And I'll come back when we go back to the scars. Okay, taking some very sharp scissors. I actually got this from my mom's sewing kit. Very sharp, not like regular scissors you cut paper with. You need something really sharp to cut this. And as you can see, the little flap that's coming up at the bottom, I had to glue that back down because I apparently didn't use enough latex. So be careful with that. And ever since that happened, I started cutting in the middle of the tissue rather than at the bottom because I didn't want that to happen again because it was really annoying. So just make sure that you glue all the way down. And cutting wise, I did end up with like scars on my face because I was just too rough with the scissors, but I really needed to get in there. I took one for the team, all right? I took one for the video and I didn't mind. But that's why you really need sharp scissors, and I'm just cutting in the middle. I'm not doing a straight line on the cuts. I'm like going up and I'm curving to make it look like, you know, more realistic. Now I'm just opening and stretching out the wombs. You can stretch it out as much as you want, just to make it look more realistic. And it's going to start to like droop after a while, and you'll be able to see. Now I'm putting in Anastasia Beverly Hills a dip brow, eyebrow dip brow. You can use a dark brown or a black, whatever you prefer. If you have like eyeliner, you can use that. It's just going to create more depth and dimension in the cut. So you want the darkest there, and then you're going to start like putting on the other colors. So I'm just going to put that inside. Make sure you get both the left and the right side. Make sure, or else you're going to like see like your skin underneath. And then wherever I didn't cut, I'm just dragging it there. Now I'm going in with this red, and I'm putting in dark red first, like a maroon, like a burgundy, and I'm dusting that all over in no special way. I'm using a big fluffy brush. Then I'm going in with bright red, and I'm going to dust that all over. I did also put in some green, like some light green, just to make it look a little bruised, a little nasty, but you could barely see it. But I did do that too. Now I'm doing some purple. I'm just throwing all these colors in here. There's no reason. I'm just throwing it on. And now I'm taking the scissors and I'm cutting the other way. What way is that? Horizontal? I'm cutting horizontal, and that's just also, it's going to start to droop. When I start to do it, it's just going to, I can't explain it, all right? I don't know why I thought it was good. But now I'm going in with dark brown, and I'm going over the cuts just for more, I don't know, just because it just looked better. I'm making it look more real. Now I'm going in with this fake blood, and I'm putting that inside, having it drip over. I'm not being clean at all, and I'm going to put that in all of the cuts. Now I'm just taking this flat eyeliner eyebrow brush, and I'm just going to smear it along, because everything you want to do, just give it different texture. So you can use your finger, you can use this type of brush, and you see me use this brush. I didn't film it because I didn't know it was going to come out looking this good, but I used this big fluffy brush, and I started like passing it on the wet blood, and it started looking really good. And then I took the flat brush, and I'm going along the edges of the tissue to hide like the tissue where you would see it, so that way it looks more real. That's the most important part, is to not see the outline of the tissue. That's where you need the blood. 100%, that's what's going to make it look real. 100%. Now I'm dragging it inside, and I'm taking this other blood that I have, and I'm putting that on the inside. I just had two different bloods because I figured that if it was two different bloods, it'd look more real. I don't know. I was just spending money. Who knows why? Now I decided I want to cut over the eyebrow, so I'm going back in with the dip brow, then I'm going over with some dark brown, then I'm going over with some red, and then I'm going over it with some more blood. So if you just know that you want to do like a quick blood thing, that's how I did it, just over the eyebrow, because I didn't want to add tissue paper. Now I'm just throwing on some lip gloss, and we are finished. And this is the completed look, and I hope you guys really enjoyed. I hope it was really easy to do. The only way to make this any easier is if maybe you substitute some stuff that I used with some other stuff. I'm gonna put like some substitutions down below of like what I used, and then like what I've seen other people use, so you can decide, you know, what's gonna be easier for you to use. And it's also because there are 4 slashes on my face that it takes so long. I've done it before where I've only done 1 slash and then it's quick, easy. But every time I gotta do these 4, it takes forever. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this look. I hope you guys tune in for the following looks and my past looks. Check them out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys. I didn't know we had it. Yeah, okay. You didn't ask, Mom. Let's go take this from the toilet. cleaned the rest of it. You're distracting me.